I'm a choreographer, so I create dances, usually in a contemporary dance style. I'm making movements either on my own body, or I'm working with other people making movements on their bodies and then organizing the movements to make a piece, to make a dance. I think you guys, there's even more time to just hold this.
Mark's a wonderful example of the vibrant creative community that we have. I think that Seattle has been built around having one of the leading arts communities of the United States for some time now. And I think Mark is an example of the kind of artist who's located here and made Seattle his home.
The pelvis starts to tuck under. And the knee is bending, and you place the foot out.
He moved from New York about 3 years ago. He was already a renowned choreographer who's worked with some of the leading dance companies in the world. And now he teaches modern and ballet at the University of Washington.
That's it, right. Now, when you're working with dancers and restaging an existing work on them, the problem of interpretation always arises because you want the work to remain authentic, but at the same time you also want the person who is interpreting the work to have their voice in the work. Right, yep, great.
In a major world city, there's ideally a place where artists can try new things. They can try new ideas. It's often considered to be the funky space, the hip space, the space where the art that people have a hard time categorizing occurs. And On the Boards is such a space. If we did not exist, a Mark Haim or the artists we bring from outside of Seattle would not have a home here. And I think that in the same way that Seattle wouldn't be as special of a city if we didn't have an opera, a symphony, or the producing theaters that we have.
On the Boards particularly is very, very, very strong in its presenting choices. They've really been able to strike a good balance between bringing the best from around the world and at the same time honoring and encouraging the local art scene to flourish.
We have a wonderful mix of audiences that includes people who've been coming for 20 or 25 years. They've seen everything we've done over that span of time. We also get students, in or out of Cornish and the University of Washington. We get a lot of artists who work here in the community, so they tend to be, the 20 and 30 somethings. So we get a really wonderful mix of young and old, people who are artists, people who are not, the layperson off the street who's coming for the first time. So it creates a really special environment where those people can rub shoulders. On the Boards differentiates itself from the fringe theaters, I think, because we are able to function at pretty high production values. The artists who perform here have the opportunity, the infrastructure, and the support to have their performances happen at really crafted, finished levels of production.
I think it's vital that people attend live performances, no matter what they are, that people are still out interacting and socializing and seeing things that are happening right there before them.
On the Boards, I think, has a greater reputation nationally and even internationally than it has at home. We're often cited by colleagues, peer organizations in the field, as well as newspapers that really hold us up as being a wonderful example of a forward-thinking organization that brings really special art into a community. And sometimes I think that message, we're like a best-kept secret here at home. It's all time-based live art, and I think the art that we do is really, really special and it's worth considering.